Did you know that some people in the Philippines believe they're a sorcerer who can curse you using insects? Yes, imagine being attacked by bugs you can't even see. Today, let's talk about the mysterious and feared Mambabarang. The Mambabarang is often described as a sorcerer from Visayan folklore, known for using insects like beetles, ants, or worms to cause sickness, hallucinations, or even death. But here's the twist. While the idea of a Mambabarang makes everyone shiver, the story behind it is not just about fear. It's about power, belief, and the unseen connections between people and nature. Picture this: a quiet barrio in the Philippines. A farmer wakes up with strange bites on his skin. His crops are healthy, his family is happy, but something feels wrong. Soon he becomes weak, feverish, and afraid. The neighbors whisper one name, the Mambabarang. And just like that, panic spreads faster than any insect swarm. But let's slow down. Who exactly is the Mambabarang? Folklore says they use enchanted insects as weapons, sending them into a person's body through magic. Some stories even claim they keep jars filled with creepy crawlers, waiting to unleash them like a horrifying Pokemon. Except instead of "I choose you," it's more like "good luck, my friend." But here's where it gets interesting. The legend also reflects deeper truths. Back then, when science wasn't as accessible, people used stories to explain the unexplainable. Mysterious illnesses, sudden misfortunes, or strange infections. The idea of the Mambabarang gave faces to the fear and meaning to the chaos. Still, there's a darker side to the legend. Some people were blamed for being Mambabarang simply because they were different, quiet, or lived alone. And that reminds us of something important. Fear can be powerful, but it can also be misleading. Sometimes we create monsters not because they're real, but because we need someone to blame. But hey, let us keep it real. Filipino folklore wouldn't be Filipino folklore without a bit of spice and drama. Imagine the Mambabarang preparing their spells like they're joining MasterChef, mixing herbs, insects, and who knows what in a ritual that's equal parts terrifying and oddly artistic. If TikTok existed back then, they'd probably have gone viral for raw top 10 ways to ruin your enemy Tury's week. Yet behind the humor, the core of the Mambabarang myth teaches us something serious. It reminds us that human belief is powerful. When a community believes strongly in something, whether it's myths, rituals, or spiritual forces, it affects how people act, react, and treat one another. Stories shape culture, and culture shapes us. So, is the Mambabarang real? Some will say yes, some will say no, and some will say they'd rather not find out. But the legend continues because it taps into something timeless. The fear of the unknown and the idea that nature itself can be used as a weapon. And that's where we find the deeper message. Every myth, scary or not, tells us something about who we are. The Mambabarang teaches us that fear can control us or inspire us. It reminds us to question, to understand, and to look deeper than the surface. Because sometimes the monsters we fear are just reflections of our own misunderstandings. Before we end, here's a little reminder. The world is full of mysteries. Some are frightening, some are funny, and some, like the story of the Mambabarang, are both. But instead of fearing the unknown, why not explore it? Every story, even the scary ones, can teach us something powerful. And if you enjoyed diving into this legend with me, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and share this video. Your support helps us explore more stories, more mysteries, and more hidden truths from around the world. Stay curious, stay brave, and see you in the next one.